Let me know when it's back. I don't know why it's fucking doing this. It's starting to piss me off. There's nothing that makes it need to do this. It's being a little cunt right now. It's pissing me off. Nothing I can really do about it either. Thank you. I'm back within 25 seconds or whatever. Yeah, the racism killed the stream. I don't know. Huge fan of endings where the characters think they're gonna live, but they're really headed to a final destination. Fox only! Only Fox can be here, including no items. It has to be on Final Destination. Wait, what the hell is a tenation? A tenacious thief? What does that even mean? Despite Monokuma's angry complaints, Makuro remained unperturbed. She continued to stare ice daggers at Monokuma. She was waiting for him to finish speaking. Well, anyway, I'm just so sad right now. Regulation-breaking delinquent is disrupting the harmony of this peaceful academy. Can't even keep one of my students from running wild. Time to say goodbye to your incompetent headmaster. I use Monokuma evolution to become a big magnum headmaster and mold you into a decent student. As soon as he said that, Monokuma extended his claws and waddled toward Makuro. So, if I'm gonna mold you, then I gotta kill you first! Right as he finished speaking, Monokuma suddenly charged at Makuro like a spiked volleyball. Makuro was faster and dodged Monokuma's attacks. She jumped back, keeping her distance from Monokuma, just in case his claws could extend even longer. Just then, a shadowy figure appeared next to her. Makuro twisted her body to its limits and just narrowly evaded the figure's attack. When she landed on the floor, she immediately saw. So what does the immortal killer want anyway? Are you gonna tell the others the truth and escape with them? Even though you know what the outside world is like right now? Two Monokumas were speaking to Makuro in unison. Honestly, I don't mind if you do that. I can just imagine the look on everyone's face when they discover the truth. It fills me with such heart-throbbing excitement. Two Monokumas continue to speak in stereo sound. You said you I love how there's two quotations now. You said you destroyed my plans, but there's no happy ending waiting for you, no matter which route you take. And you only have yourself to blame for that. Don't tell me you thought they'd be grateful to you, even if you guys escape here. Do you think they'll still forgive you when they get a whiff of that nasty air outside? Some of them might prefer staying in the school, and some of them might resent you for being kind and showing them the truth. Then again, this is all your fault anyway, so it doesn't really matter what they think of you. Monokuma made a little mistake. Tenacious D's not Craigasm, stop it, you're being weird. I'm too. What's up? Why are you Kira? But Neko's love. Neko's like exactly talking about a person. What person? Lesson learned. Don't do accents in non-English languages. I mean... maybe. Neko nya nya. You're welcome. Despite facing down two Monokumas, Makuro's expression didn't waver. He understood that controlling two Monokumas simultaneously was a piece of cake for Junko. Makuro drew an arm-length metal bar from seemingly nowhere and readied herself. It was the remains of the IV stand from the nurse's office, sharpened into a pointed weapon. Her weapon in hand, Makuro responded in a cold, mechanical tone. That's fine. I'm already used to that. None of the fear she felt when Monokuma suggested that Makoto would blame her appeared on her face. The path was clear to her now. She calmly issued her demand to Monokuma. Junko, open the gates. The shock of such a straightforward demand left both Monokumas momentarily speechless, but soon they replied, Huh? Why? so we can all leave together. No straightforward answer. Both Monokumas faced each other and began gesturing as if they were whispering to one another. Mikuru knew their movements were intended to mock her. Unmoved, she continued to speak to Junko directly. I think they'll understand if I show them the outside world, and then they'll stop doubting Makoto. You always find new ways to Oops. Who's Neko, Kira? Now I'm 100% finished with my one product. My hand is covered in gold ink. Okay. They hate me because I know him. Wait. What? What mod are you talking about? What channel? I actually purposely know him. Wow, an asshole you are. Proud, you asshole. Still, I saw his name enter the viewer list, and when I said Neko, he was an asshole. Neko, nyan nyan. You always find new ways to disappoint me, Mukuro. Did you forget why the school has an air filtration system? It's true that the outside world is polluted, but I don't think it'll kill us immediately. Besides, it's better than being trapped in the school and forced to kill each other. Wait. It's true that the air outside is polluted, but I don't think it'll kill us immediately. Besides, it's better than being trapped in the school and forced to kill each other. How can you be so sure? How can you be sure the others will go along with you? You know what I mean, right? Before the former headmaster got turned into space dust, he interviewed the others and they all agreed that they want to stay in the school. That was before their memories had even been erased. Do you really want to betray their wishes? Well, they weren't aware that, you were gonna take over. They weren't aware of that. And actually, I did not know that, they weren't brainwashed by then. Now that makes sense, actually, then. That actually changes my thinking. Because I thought they were brainwashed, and then they said yes to the school. Which I'm stupid for thinking that. So now, how they were brainwashed is completely makes sense to me now. Sly Fox's oh. Yeah, BRB. Chris, now you're gonna masturbate to me. God damn it. Fucking knew it. I'd rather slowly suffocate on toxins than be in the school. I mean, that's what happens to one of the people. I'm kidding. I mean, close. Anyway. Do you really want to betray their wishes? Kuro blinked and slowly stepped forward. I don't really care about their feelings. Huh? You're all I need, Junko. Just don't worry, I'm always watching out for you. I want to make sure you feel despair. I'm going to make Makoto and the others happy. If you want to revel in your own despair that badly, then I'll trust the hope Makoto gave me and take my chance with them instead of you. Mukuro's Mukuro's brief but powerful words caused Monokumas to turn and talk to each other again. Oh my, this doesn't look good. Oh my, this doesn't look good at all, Monokume. This child doesn't realize her own hypocrisy. She's so disappointing that she's starting to reach critical mass, right, Monokuma-B? Two Monokumas looked at Mukuro, who seemed ready to destroy them, and said, What do you think, Monokuma-C? Mukuro was taken aback by the question. But her instinct suddenly kicked in, and she immediately dodged away. At that moment, third Monokuma's claws extended and passed by where her head had been previously. The new Monokuma unit landed with several spins and faced Mukuro, who had clung to the remains of the surveillance camera still attached to the ceiling. Wait, why are you on the ceiling? Or did you just leap? Jesus. Some of the most badass gameplay I've ever seen. Is it really, Graylin? Oh, never mind. Graylin, this is an extra mode called Novel. This is just backstory, and this is an alternate universe. It's like what would happen if Mukuro didn't die. You know, the person pretending to be Junko. Okay, pics of this will be up on Twitter. Sell out. I agree with you both, Well, I agree with you. What do you say? I agree with you both, A and B. The three Monokumas lined themselves up. To students locked inside the academy, this sight would have been akin to a nightmare. Right on! Yes! 3 units began speaking in perfect harmony as their 6 eyes looked up at Mukuro. Suddenly, they each jumped in 3 separate directions and kicked off one of the walls. It's called dropping. The path of each unit's triangular attack all converged on a single point. Mukuro was still clinging to the ceiling. She was surrounded by razor-sharp claws that her from different directions. This situation wasn't even a nightmare to Mukuro. Compared at the time she fended off 3 assassins who had invaded her camp one night back when she was still a member of Finrar. This was nothing. This was too easy. This thought crossed Makuro's mind as she dangled from the ceiling with one hand and thrashed her limbs around like a tornado. Like a tomato. Like a potato. Tornado. I did not mean to say that. How dare you, enemy girl? Intercepted by this move, the Monokumas fell to the floor with a loud crash. Wait, what? Where's it? Thrashed her limbs around like a tornado. Really? She fucking did a hissy fit? That's weird. Mukuro landed on the ground and chased after one of them, brandishing her metal bar. Suddenly she stopped moving and took a huge leap back. One of the Monokumas exploded with a deafening roar. He had detonated the bomb side of himself in an attempt to take Mukuro down with them. Thanks to her home battlefield instincts, Mukuro managed to avoid the explosion. She looked toward the hallway, expecting the Aquilans to have attacked Sakurai and the others. She didn't hear any footsteps approaching. Monokuma's voice rang from within the dense smoke. Still? Why can't they hurry up and help already, damn it? What the fuck is going on in this game? Things. Well, I'm gonna need 2 ink pens now. Why? This game is just an alternate universe if Mukuro Saba lived, which was the fake Junko in the last game. Rang from within the dense smoke. What? But she didn't hear any footsteps approaching. Monokuma's voice rang from within the dense smoke. Oh, you don't have to worry. I already told the other students to assemble in the cafeteria. They were eager to follow my orders after I told them I had disarmed the poison gas and that a special police unit was coming to get them. Pretty sure Kyoko and the others are all in the cafeteria by now. I'm sure Makoto is with them too. I doubt Sakura will get too rough with them. But I'm sure Byakuya will torture Makoto once he wakes up. I do right say, young chap. Hello, chipples of tea. Not too sure why when it said manga I know, I thought manga too. I'm sorry, Kira, I disappointed you. Jesus Christ, fine, I'll fucking change it. I didn't know it was manga either. I just assumed that because it looked manga at the title screen and then it changed to this. Fine, I'll fucking change it. Jesus. So whiny. It's gonna be lagging, but this is your fault. Want me to change it so badly? Fine. I don't fucking remove from Chrome. Shut up. Don't facepalm me, you're the one that whined. I'll do it. Manga. Change from alternate reality or universe? Alternate reality, I'll just put. There you go. I can too. There we go, now it should be fine. Oh god. Okay, now it should be fine. I don't know why I was complaining about this reason. Anyway. Makoto, once he wakes up, I can just imagine him rubbing salt or pouring soy sauce into his open wounds. Man, I'm getting all hot. Man, I'm getting all... Fuck. Man, I'm getting all hot and bothered right now. Wah ha 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 ha. She listened to Monokuma's overlapping voices. Mukuro tilted her head slightly and asked, "Pretty sure they're going to find out that you lied about that special police unit. Are you really okay with that? No worries. Why is there a fourth one? Once I've dealt with you, I don't care at all if they find out I was lying. You still don't get. There's 5 now. You still don't get it. This is disappointment. Suddenly it dawned on Makuro. Not the reason why Monokuma didn't care if the students found out he lied. Rather, that the voice of Monokuma is in smoke for gradually increasing number. Yup. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now there's 10 or 11. Pooh. As the smoke started to clear, the shadows of 3 Monokumas appeared. The one that exploded couldn't have revived, so the new one must have come to take his place. There's no way Makuro only heard 3 Monokumas talking just now. So to prove her hearing had been accurate, the Monokumas suddenly made their move. 3 Monokumas bent over and began twirling their upper bodies. From behind them, new Monokumas emerged like after images brought to life. Second row Monokumas mimicked the earlier ones with only 1 frame of delay, revealing even more Monokumas behind them. Jesus Christ. Eventually, Makuro realized that there were 3 rows containing 10 Monokumas each. You can't have 3 rows of... You can't have 3 rows of any... 3 divided by 10 is not... 10 divided by... You can't. There'd be 1 left over. If there's only 3 rows. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Did you know this is called a circle dance? Monokuma's 30 voices spoke in perfect harmony as they... Oh, now it's 30. Perfect harmony as they divulged information that had nothing to do with the current situation. Makuro already knew that multiple Monokumas were positioned throughout the academy. Only Junko knew how many Monokumas actually existed. Makuro had no way of knowing if these 30 Monokumas were part of a larger contingent. A flock of 2-toned teddy bears continued to twirl around. Makuro felt like she was being bombarded with hypnotic images. But faced with this abnormal sight, the ultimate soldier remained calm and maintained her focus. She was nothing like the girl who had panicked earlier in gym when Makoto was impaled. As she stood before 30 emissaries of despair, she slowed her breathing and allowed her heart rate to accelerate. Why? This instinct not to fear or panic that sent her blood racing throughout her body, speeding up the reaction time of herself. Okay. Senses sharpened, Monokuma began speaking to her again. Don't worry, I'll make sure Makoto doesn't die. As long as everyone lives, I can reset their memories as many times as I want. That's right, all your effort, hope, dreams, and determination are going right in the garbage heap. Monokumas took turns speaking in groups of 10. As if the mastermind controlling the Monokumas wanted to show off her ability to manipulate them. However, an almost soldier knew what the true purpose behind all this was. She straightened her ears to their limit and noticed a certain sound hidden among the Monokuma's voices. Makuro's face remained perfectly still as she kicked off the floor. I can though, use yoga on it to perfect. Okay. We're just getting around for emotes, but I don't know who has them. Yeah, I know I've seen a Monokuma with a love emote by someone. Are you saying emote on the channel? I mean, I have one, Electrauma, that's it. I was gonna make a couple others, if not at least one, from the second game. So, I mean... We'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess. I don't know how many I'm gonna do. I want to do a couple at least. See how they work. Determination? Determination was a big thing in the ending of this game. Of Danganronpa 2. Kuro's face remained calm, perfectly still as she kicked off the floor. The moment she moved to the side, a roaring sound shook the entrance hall. Ceiling-mounted turrets in front of the gate started raining bullets down on Makuro. Monokumas were just the mastermind's decoy while she tried to blow her away. As if further trapping her, the Monokumas charged at Makuro through throwing bullets. Makuro guessed that the mastermind would program their movements in advance so they wouldn't get hit by a single bullet. She ran for the gates, evading waves of bullets and claws every step of the way. Programming 30 Monokumas and 2 turrets while also predicting Mukuro's escape route. should be considered impossible for anyone, but Mukuro knew it was possible for Junko. As ultimate despair, she possessed despair-inducing abilities that surpassed the capabilities of any normal human. Her display of power was only for filling Mukuro with despair. The scene playing out in front of Mukuro was brimming with despair. The adorable, deadly Monokumas laughed and danced like reapers as bullets whizzed through the air. It was despair to the point of absurdity, and it was all for Mukuro. In the presence of such despair, Mukuro felt a strange serenity. For me. Junko's doing all this for me. Junko, you're watching me right now. In the end, perhaps Mukuro really was a disappointment. She clenched her fists. Junko, thank you. I love you, older One-chan. Anime girl, don't say that if no one understands you, weirdo. Me and my best friend doing is getting an invisible Cheshire cat tattoo visible under back like normally you only see the eyes and... Where are you getting the tattoo, Kira? Design mine, but she needs to make one yet. Oh, nice! Sound of gunfire overshadowed her whisper, and Mukuro fell completely silent. As a member of Ultimate Despair, Mukuro's heart was full of joy. When she was filled with emotion, her eyes had lost their sparkle. Silence filled the air, even the gunfire from the turret seemed to stop for a moment. That was the only allusion to the one controlling Monokuma. Something strong enough to silence the gunfire and avoid being picked up by the sensors spread through school with Mukuro at the center. I'll make sure I do this right. That final thought, she closed her mouth and turned off her emotions. She ran through the waves of scorching bullets. The air around her began to grow colder. As this coolness spread into her heart, it began to beat in a mechanical fashion. Several seconds later, Mukuro's body and mind melted together, became one with her surroundings. Her temperature now dominated the battlefield. Despair, bullets, and Monokumas filled the area. Mukuro predicted their movements and jumped into the air without any hesitation. One of the Monokumas jumped at her, but she avoided his attack with his body and launched herself in midair. Bullets pierced through the space Mukuro was previously occupying, striking the falling Monokuma right through its internal bomb. The impact of the bullet caused it to explode, sending fiery Monokuma parts everywhere. Tattoo somewhere on my back. I don't know where to map out where the rests are going first. What do you mean the rests? What else are you getting, Kira? I don't know if I'll ever get that. I've had a wash tattoo. You know, those ones for kids. That counts, right? Sending fiery Monokuma parts everywhere. She rode the blast wave, Mukuro balanced herself in midair. She kicked away 2-3 Monokumas that leapt after her. She moved so gracefully she was practically flying. In contrast, the Monokumas threw themselves into the path of oncoming bullets, exploding one after another. Some of them exploded near the main entrance, but their blasts didn't even leave a scratch. With full control over the entrance hall, Mukuro evaded bullets and confirmed that the bombs inside Monokuma weren't enough to destroy the door. I really wish this turned into like an action game part where you mostly an anime kind of style and shit. That'd be cool. Like you get to see him like for action instead of reading it. But still. But she refused to stop. Mukuro needed to get information on what she must do to escape the academy. She had no desire to kill Junko. Mukuro wanted to fill Junko with despair by instilling hope into the future of Makoto and the other students. That was Mukuro's ultimate goal. Get information. In contrast to her determination, her mouth stayed shut. But this did not mean Mukuro was not currently speaking to Junko. In this situation, the battle of death and destruction was a conversation of sorts for Mukuro. All she knew how to do was fight. I know you're talking permanent, but still. I think that two ideas saved up. Where are you getting them all? I remember you saying you were going to have a different one on your back. So I'm on my back, but one on my chest and one on my wrist and one on my chest. What were you planning to have on your wrist and chest? Why so many on the back? Jesus. I would like the divergent ones I have planned. Aww. All she knew how to do was fight. She thought she wasn't interested in anything else. She thought she didn't need anything else. All Mukuro needed to be was a sword to fulfill her sister's desire for despair. Ooh, chest tattoo. Nipple tattoo. Nipple piercings, though. Oh, Speaking of which, Chris, my friend in real life came over and was like, hey. She's like, hey, I got my nipple pierced, and then she like fucking flashed me with her tit. She literally pulled down like, hey, look. I was like, trying to hide my embarrassment, and I was like, why are you showing me your tit? And why is it so like throbbing or whatever? She's like, well, because I'm playing with that. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, plus her piercing looked blue. I mean black, because she said it wasn't. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, she was flashing her tits at me. It was weird. Ew, no right. Ew, yes. I potentially get some on my chest, probably. Why are you looking at my chest? I'm looking at your tattoo. Exactly. Again, my zodiac sign on my wrist and pro tattoo from Divergent on my chest. What's Divergent again? What zodiac? I know you'd get nipple piercings. She got piercings because of her own reasons, which are just because she wanted to mostly. What was your zodiac sign again, and how big is this pro from Divergent? What is Divergent? Assuming zodiac sign would not be that big. That purpose alone was the crux of her existence. She lived her entire life convincing herself that she couldn't do anything. That's why power was like a language to Mukuro. The battle to the death revealed more about her than mere words ever could. Her words were in the mind of savagery, in the wind of savagery. My mama said not to do that to me. I don't know what to do with it. Her words were in the mind. Her words were in the wind of savagery that blows across battlefields, uprooting others who also speak the language of violence. Damn, quite a good female friend. Listen, she just had a breakup, alright? Divergent is. I know it's a movie, but what is it again? It's a book series. It started out okay, and then just went downhill. Kind of started shit if you ask me. Deviant Art, the movie. Basically, it's 3 small crows about the size of a quarter. Each in Divergent is an amazing book. The size of a quarter? Where on your chest is getting it? Like right in the middle or like on the side? Well, I'm thinking more collarbone in your case. Unless chest, you mean like middle would probably be what you mean by chest. Otherwise, it kind of be collarbone. I'm touching myself while I'm thinking about this. Being like, okay, so here. First is good, second is meh, and tried like 4 times to read the last one and never finished it. So DeviantArt, I get it. I told you, Chris, because I knew you'd be interested. But yeah, she did that, and I was like, they're so brown. No, I'm kidding. I was like, why are they so puffy? Oh yeah, she also got offensive when I said that. I was like, why are your nipples so big? She's like, so I have big nipples. What's wrong with that? And then she like covered herself and was like kind of puffy. I was like, no. I mean like, why are they so hard? I mean, there's nothing wrong with big nipples. I was just saying why it's so hard, and she explained it. Why? Under boob tattoos, though, is that a thing, anime girl? Left side near the collarbone, yeah. Left side. One, I'm assuming your left side. So the right, where you had that other tattoo of the skull or whatever, right, Kira? And why? You want to get under boob tattoos, anime girl? That's weird. Actually, I've never heard of that. No one would be able to see it, so I don't know why you'd get it. Battle to the death revealed more about her heart than mere words ever could. Her words were in the wind of savagery that blows across battlefields, rooting others who also speak the language of violence. This was true even against her sister. When Junko would berate her sister, Mukuro couldn't talk back. All she could do was cower and apologize profusely. But it's different now. For the first time, Junko was using a language her sister actually recognized. Yes, and they're really pretty. I'll show you. Okay. With some music. Alright, you weirdo. It is a thing, that's why. What do you mean, Kiro, that's why? Wait, what? Kiro, that's why what? Proud. First time, yes. The child despair, who tore the world apart, was speaking to her sister with the language of power. Mukuro's heart filled with joy. For that reason, she strengthened her focus on her conversation with Junko, and that emotion began to gradually disappear. On this frigid battlefield, Mukuro continued her heated conversation. Endless rounds of despair fired from the school's turrets. But Mukuro's words intercepted every last violent shot that threatened to shatter her body and mind in half. Francis Mon, they ruined the third move for Divergent. You don't even remember what, Kira? You said it is a thing, and then you said that's why. I was like confused. What? That's why what? Because their book is shit. Jesus. Why do you fucking post and chat, you weirdo? Endless rounds of despair fired from the school turrets. But Mukuro's words intercepted. I fucking hate Pinterest. It's like, hey, continue. It's like, fuck's sake, fuck off. If it asks me to log in, I'm not looking. You'll have to. Oh, I can just see it from there. Okay, never mind. I'll just quit it. Why are they a thing though, anime girl? That's kind of stupid in my opinion. Why do you open that? Why not? Spoilers, Kira. They also split it into two movies when nothing happens. Okay. But Mukuro's words intercepted every last violent shot that threatened to shatter her body and mind in half. She quickly realized that the Monokumas hadn't decreased in number at all, no matter how many she kept destroying. Not only that, she noticed that more Monokumas had been doing the fray until there were nearly 50 of them from a cruelty fight. And no one has fucking noticed this yet? But Mukuro's resolve wouldn't break so easily. She continued to wield her power. Her heart began to fill with something that was neither hope nor despair. She learned despair from being abandoned by Junko, and she learned hope from her acts of violence. No, boobs is not a good enough reason, Kira. Why is under boob tattoo a thing? No one's going to be able to see that, so why is it even there? That's the thing I don't understand. Like, maybe on the boob? Sure, that makes sense. But why under it? No one's going to see that shit. Well, it depends. If you have huge tits, then no one's going to see it. If you have small, like, itty-bitty ones, then that's fine. That's fine, but I don't understand why people get it. Can't click links, unfortunately. Why not? It's a good spot if you don't want people to know you have it. Then why even get the tattoo if you don't want people to know about it? That's the stupidest reason I've ever heard. She learned despair from being abandoned by Junko. She learned hope from her acts of violence. For Mukuro, who had no interest in this world, the small space in front of the gate was a reflection of her life, a representation of her perfect world. This disappointing girl, filled with endless disappointment, who knew of no other way to live, continued her lonely dance. I was responding too proud to. Oh, I'm sorry. Because boobs, that's why. That's good reason, though, then. Someone would do that. Not that much proud. Depends. Technically, yeah, even you wouldn't be able to see it unless you have a mirror. I mean, unless you intentionally lifted up your boob to see it, but no, I don't. There shouldn't be a reason to it. Tattoos shouldn't be there unless you want other people to see the tattoo. Otherwise, it's just a personal, your own thing, and it's like, why is it even there then if only you can see it? I don't know. It's kind of stupid in my opinion. Yeah, I already said small boobs. Yeah, exactly. Small boobs, and that's completely fine for small boobs, but I don't know, otherwise. Because in bikini, you'd be able to see it. Nude, you'd obviously be able to see it. But not big tits, you wouldn't be able to see it at all. I don't understand it. Like, maybe in a bikini under a boob if your tits are big, then that makes sense. But I mean, I don't know. It depends on how much bikini covers. People who can't have visible tattoos for their jobs, please, once again, no need to yell. I'm not yelling. You haven't even heard me yell, Missy. And, well, tattoos for a job. It's called, like, having it, I don't know, under their shirt, like on their belly or something, you know, somewhere where it's visible, yet not visible in work clothes. Seems fine to me. Or, like, on their shoulders, I don't know, some everywhere else. This disappointing girl, filled with endless disappointment, who knew of no other way to live, continued her lonely dance. She surrendered herself to the rhythm of despair, which accompanies the music of hope. Finally, computer's room, innermost area, Monokuma room. Much time had passed. Savannah's cameras at the gates were capturing footage of countless Monokumas falling at the hands of a child who fought like a raging demon. The Monokumas bolstered their numbers, and now hundreds of them were trying to sink their claws into Mukuro. Most of them were running on autopilot, reacting to her movements based on prior information they had received in advance. But despite standing before hundreds of mechanical adversaries, Mukuro's face showed no fear. She hadn't sustained a single injury, giving her a presence that was nearly divine to behold. Though Sakuragami was powerful enough to endure her arm, Kuro in her current state could potentially fight Sakura to draw now, without relying on firearms. She took complete control of the battlefield, taking in her surroundings as if they were a part of herself. Missy, well damn, yeah. Bitch! Keeps distance from... What? They are also for remembering who killed your wife before you forget about it. I feel like that's a reference, but I wouldn't be able to tell. You won't be her wife, though. That's true! Tattoos aren't meant for the whole world. They're meant for memories and meaningful things you want to remember. I mean, I guess so, but still, it's stupid in my opinion. None of your is, I don't know, stupid in my opinion. I skip the tree entirely and just get heart tattoos with my friends. The tree, where were you gonna have a tree on your back? That's what I remember, right? And now you're gonna not get the tree, and now because I said that I changed your mind, now I feel like a dick. Good job. To complete control of the battlefield, taking in her surroundings as if they were part of herself. She dodged attacks from the rear as though she had eyes on the back of her head, and stabbed through Monokuma's weak points with her metal bar. No matter where attacks came from, Mukuro deflected them as if her skin was covered in eyes. Describing her as ultimate no longer did her justice. Mukuro had transcended the boundaries of humanity and became a pure killing machine. But despite that, even though she understood the ludicrous power her sister possessed, Junko was not afraid. She felt not one iota of fear. I don't even know what that is. After all Junko can feel is despair. She even started to admire her sister's attempt to fill her with despair, but that sentiment quickly filled Junko with an orgiastic ecstasy of despair. Oh no, orgiastic, isn't that an orgasmic? Oh no, that's not good, that's a no comprende, señorita. Memento. Movie reference is best movie, in my opinion. Memento. Dude, what? Don't dude me. Fucking hell, I fucked up on a good job. Because if you could... Hey Chris, if you could maybe just call me Gray, it makes me think, who's that? Who's that Pokemon? It's Graylin, the Nud. I just say the full name, because it's not that hard. But what did you want, Kira? Junko knew. She knew that Mukuro was neither hope nor despair. She's just phenomenon. Phenomenon, nom 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 nom. Disappointing girl who no longer understood herself, who only knew how to be violent because it was all she could believe in anymore. Mukuro had become an avatar of destruction beyond that of any military force. Ow. You can do, don't let your dreams be dreams. I'll just do the other half. Alright. When I was 16, I went to visit my cousin and uncle in Minnesota. It was just me and my aunt and uncle. And then what happened was something unexplainable happened. It was me. It's me. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm sorry. I was reading your paragraph, and I was just like, oh, it's so boring. I'm kidding. It's not, okay? My phone was about to fall, though, so I had to deal with that. You need sponge? Wait, what? I just read what? In Minnesota, and it was just me and my aunt and uncle up one night, and we watched Love, actually. And my mom got up in the middle of the movie and asked if I wanted champagne, and I'm like, what? And her response was, we're watching a movie with sex and a glass of champagne won't hurt. And that's where I had my first taste of alcohol. Wait, what? Okay, I don't get this. One question is, why would you need alcohol for watching a movie about sex? And two... What? What? Whatever, I'm not gonna question this anymore. Mukuro had become an avatar of destruction beyond that of any military force. Couldn't even be considered a soldier anymore. She was a natural disaster like a typhoon or a tornado. Or perhaps, not gravity, she was now a fundamental force of the universe that only existed to bring despair to Junko. And Mastermind enjoyed watching her sister go all out. Mukuro destroyed everything and ruined her life. Junko would still be comforted by this despair. Same thing, Chris. Felt awkward, so they gave me champagne. Well, I don't know why you'd feel awkward, but okay. Champagne would probably make it worse. As in, not make you awkward and make you more like, yeah, you go fuck him, you fuck, yeah, you do that, kind of thing. Mukuro destroyed everything and ruined her life. Junko would still be comforted by the despair. She could just go right ahead and overpower her. Junko considered this for a few seconds until a familiar hopeless habit reared its head. A habit of getting so bored that it made her sick. The girl had been grinning as she watched the screen now bore a look of calm stoicism. She reached for a microphone connected to Monokuma speakers. Mukuro was no longer human anymore, but Junko knew how to bring her back. It was a simple feeling, really. And with that hopeless feeling for Mukuro in mind, the mastermind just said one word. Mukuro. Mukuro? Or Mukuro? I don't remember. In front of the main entrance. Mukuro? Or no, it's like Mukuro. That voice. It was calling her name. Instead of using Monokuma's voice filter. Oh. Mukuro. Instead of using Monokuma's voice filter, Junko's natural voice was coming out of Monokuma unit. That's all it took. With one word, Mukuro Kusaba stopping and force nature and became powerful, became person again. Mukuro would not miss this opportunity. As if moving to the beat of Mukuro's shaking heart, turn her paws left to attack her. Mukuro trusted her instinct and twisted her entire body to fend off the attack, leaving her with only a few scrapes here and there. But the despair wasn't over yet. Ultimate despair didn't waste any time making her next move. Mukuro, watch out! Huh? As soon as Mukuro heard that voice, her mind went completely blank. Fuck. There's no mistaking it. That was... Oh! Wait. I don't trust this. Mukuro, watch out! Huh? As soon as Mukuro heard that voice, her mind went completely blank. There's no mistaking it. That was Makoto's scream. Mukuro, watch out! Close enough. The scream that saved her from the spears of Gungnir and changed her... God damn, she recorded it, didn't she? Okay, take care, Graylin. Is that where you going? You just woke up? How'd you wake up your house? Why do you have to get a sponge? Ew, work's gross. That moment in the day where a giant banana rolls past your house. Wait, what, Kira? What the fuck are you talking about? He gets up and it's like an earthquake. Okay. The scream that saved her from spears of Gungnir and changed her destiny. No, that's wrong. It took her a tenth of a second to realize that voice was just sound clip Junko had replayed. It's more than enough time dragging Mukuro, who had regained her humanity, into despair. Why, once she recovered from her moment of shock, Monokuma appeared behind her and roundhouse kicked her in the temple. Twisted her head to roll with the blow, but at that moment a different Monokuma attacked her from the opposite side with a butthead. Headbutt, not butthead. As soon as Mukuro dodged that attack, 3 Monokumas launched simultaneous dropkicks and knocked her to the box. The fact that they weren't using their claws meant they were trying to kill Mukuro right away. Mukuro. Before she could stand up again, dozens of Monokumas waiting for her on the floor climbed on top of Mukuro and pinned her limbs. One of the Monokumas waddled over Mukuro as she lay face down on the floor and laughed. Hoo 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 hoo. A pretty girl getting pinned by all these knees. I wonder if I should feel more excited about this. Don't make that face. If I want to kill you, I'd just pump you full of bullets right now. But I don't think the audience watching this on TV would like that ending very much. Let me make sure I do it the right way this time. What are you planning to do to me? That's what she said every time. Mukuro asked in her emotionless voice. Monokuma guffawed and answered. What? Nothing. I'm just gonna stick to the original plan and make you play the killing game at this school. I'll erase everyone's memories again, and I'll just make them redo the introduction and entrance ceremony again. In typical Monokuma fashion, he leaned his face toward Mukuro. But it'd be boring if we had to redo everything. Maybe this time I'll have you participate as Mukuro Kusaba. Take away even more of your memories, like I did to that irritating detective girl. You'll just be a poor little girl with no memory at all. Even more of your memories. Monokuma talked and wiggled his body from side to side. The other Monokumas danced and twirled around. Amid this fantastical scene, Monokuma continued to describe his hopeless plan in a nonchalant manner. At first you'll be the girl with amnesia, and everyone will feel so sorry for you. As they unravel the mystery of this academy, they'll find out who you really are. It's exciting to think how they'll treat you when that happens. Need a sponge so I can paint my background quickly, and I woke up my entire house because I fell when I got up. I don't know how that wake up everyone. Aw, poor Aunt. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Annie doesn't come here anymore because she's a scrub. What the fuck kind of banana car is that? Does it run on energy power shit? Are you serious, Kira? Did that go by your house? Are you fucking serious? But as they unravel mystery of this academy, you'll find out who you really are. It's exciting to think how they'll treat you when that happens. It's a bike? No, that's not a bike. Well, I mean, I guess could be, but one of those lay-down bikes, maybe. Knowing you, you'll probably kill someone purely on instinct. Maybe I should rethink my rules about self-defense. You can't. Memories would be erased. There was nothing she could do about her classmates hating her. But losing even her childhood memories would mean her connection to Junko would be severed as well. Even if Mukuro had no interest in the world, that was unbearable even for her. I've heard of New Game Plus before. But this is the first time I'll get to see a New Game Minus. Should I tie you up for fun? Maybe we should make this game even more masochistic. Forget hard mode, very hard mode, and inferno mode. Why don't you skip ahead to impossible mode? Maybe I'll erase your memories after I drag you on a motorcycle, pummel you with 1,000 baseballs, burn you at the stake, and crush you with an excavator. References to all the executions in the first game. Not in that order, though. Almost, but no. Switch the first two. Mukuro knew what Monokuma was talking about. He was describing the tools they had prepared for the various executions they had planned for the student. Wait. So you already planned on Leon, Mondo, Celeste, and those three to kill people, and you already plan on Alter Ego being a thing to kill them. What, Kira? Break the fourth wall. Break the fourth wall, damn. No, they actually didn't break the fourth wall, Chris. Because he set those things up. He set those up, apparently, so it's not really breaking the fourth wall. If they already set them up beforehand, it's not breaking the fourth wall. It's more of a reference, I guess, but... it's already... They had this planned out, so it's not any of that. So it's provided to you by first grade. Mukuro knew it, yeah. After everyone introduces themselves, they'll walk around the school grounds and eventually find a flat-chested girl with amnesia, covered in bandages with Fenrir's tattoo on her right hand. She's flat-chested? Aww, it's adorable. I didn't actually know that. She doesn't look flat-chested to me. I bet a certain fan base might get off on that. Alright, listen. You shut the fuck up. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? She's of age. Right? This were a game, that would increase sales by 500%. Well, I mean, you should have did that. That would have made the game way better. Though Monokuma sounded like he was joking, everything he said was deadly serious. As evidence, Mukuro heard a rumbling sound off in the distance. Now then, your sweet ride is on its way. Based on the engine's noise, Mukuro surmised that it was a large motorcycle that was supposed to be used for one of the executions. I took time to bring this all the way from the punishment room, so you better be grateful. The sound of a roaring engine grew louder and louder, like approaching footsteps of death. Mukuro wondered how Monokuma would drive it with such tiny arms and legs. Then she remembered she was dealing with an ultimate despair. Junko would make the impossible possible just to bring out despair. A despair that went hand in hand with Mukuro's fate. Did I fail? I couldn't fill Junko with despair. I couldn't save Makoto and the others. Questions raced through Mukuro's mind. She wasn't able to answer them. There's no way she could have answered them so easily. Too easily. After all, she was still alive. The sound of a motorcycle grew closer and closer, as if it was threatening to break Mukuro's spirit. Suddenly, Monokuma stopped moving. The other Monokumas continued doing their automatic movements. As a strange event unfolded, Mukuro noticed something. The motorcycle had suddenly gone quiet. For a few seconds, the engine exploded to life and began to approach. I can say that word. Began to approach even faster than before. And a few seconds later, what appeared in front of the main entrance was an enormous motorcycle that plowed through groups of Monokumas like a predator hunting its prey. The rider of this motorcycle was none other than Mondo Owada. Kuro and Monokuma were both visibly shocked by this turn of events. Wait, he's come to save us? Kuro and Monokuma were both Instead of addressing them, Mondo accelerated the motorcycle he stole from Monokuma directly toward Mukuro. Just before his front tire touched Mukuro, he popped a reverse wheelie and turned the entire motorcycle around. Yeah, okay, I was right. Nice. Back wheel swept over. Yeah, okay, I was right. Swept over Mukuro's back, knocking away all Monokumas that were pinning her. Oh, she was face down? I thought she was face up. Hey, can you stand? I am now the Prince of the Charming. I am Mondo Owada, the best goddamn husbando. You wanna fucking come here? Why was I offended? Flat chest hentai is a thing? Yes. Yes it is. The way they introduce hope and despair in this game reminds me of the way they introduce madness, bravery, until it really. Well, Kiera, there are hope and despair fetishes. Junko, as you can see, gets off to despair, and Nagito, I'm Nagito. I get off on hope. I just want hope to come inside me with all of its hope. It fills me up with hope, man. It feels great. Our teacher always told us, if we got lost, that moss always grows on the north side of trees. It does, doesn't it, though? Everyone has a little of both. It just matters which one takes over. Sure, I guess. Hey, can you stand? I'm not butter this time. You won't be putting me on your goddamn pancakes. You won't be putting me on your goddamn pancakes. You want some pancakes? Well, too fucking bad. You're not gonna get any. Mondo asked and begrudgingly offered his hand to Mukuro. Baka! Confused, Mukuro took his hand and stood up. What are you doing, Mondo? I was so close. One of Monokuma's... What are you doing, Mondo? What are you doing, Minato boy? I was so close! One of the Monokumas protested. Asuna is basically a Nagito of madness. Asuna? Who's Asuna? I didn't think this though. I used a dark color ink and my paints are also dark. Whoops. Oh, rip you. One of Monokuma's protested. Not in his normal voice, but as a hacker, Betiki Matarai. What are you doing at Mandora? I was so close to you. I'm gonna be a racist for him because I do not know what he is and Shikta. Oh yeah, you're Besiki or whatever, right? That's right. Why you helping a terrorist? I ain't bragging about this or anything, but I have no clue if you are... I ain't bragging about this or anything, but I have no clue if you or this girl's lying. Veins in his temple began to bulge and his cheeks flushed with anger as Mondo said, but still, I ain't the type to just stand around while some idiot gangs up on a girl. This isn't that kind of hentai. It's not even hentai. Shut the fuck up. There's a bath scene, but that's it. Doesn't count as hentai. What are you saying? Now get a hold of yourself. You must be experiencing a Stockholm syndrome. You've deluded yourself into thinking you're friends with a criminal who's taken you hostage. Monokuma tried to explain to Minato boy, but he ignored him. Took Mukuro's hand and pulled her onto the back of the motorcycle. Oh my, here. Oh, the seat's all wet now. Whoa, man, didn't know you wet the seat that badly. Damn, I know I'm pretty good, but jeez, I must be really feeling it. Sorry. No, shut the fuck up. I don't know nothing about Stockholm or syndromes or tantalizers or butter up my poopa with Mondo butt. Oh god, Jesus. But don't go acting like you can boss me around. I don't know what stock homes are. They're probably homes that raise stocks like animals. Well, syndromes, they're probably drones that are very assholey to you, and they probably commit sin. Mondo shouted. He revved up the motorcycle as if he was using it to punctuate his words. Honestly, this would be way better if this was the actual game. Maybe, in my opinion. If this was all like part of the anime or something, if this was all part of the anime, and like this was all animated cutscenes like a movie or something, I'd fucking love this more. That'd be amazing. Let's make it 100% more better, in my opinion. Ceiling-mounted turrets began moving, but the two disappeared before turrets could take aim at the motorcycle. As they zoomed through the hallways, countless Monokumas chased after them, waving their claws wildly through the air. And if he hit one of the students, it wouldn't have mattered. You're planning on watching spoilers, or is it okay to spoil it? What? Don't spoil it, jeez. I was just asking questions. If it involves spoilers, you don't have to say it. Well, you wanted me to watch so badly, Kira, and then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna spoil it anyway. Thanks, Kira. I fucking feel it makes sense. Why? Asked Mikuro. Huh? Shouted Mondo. His voice was even louder than the sound of the engine. Huh? Huh? Don't get the wrong idea! I don't trust you at all! His lowered voice is... He lowered his voice slightly as if he were whispering to himself. I don't trust you at all, man. Fucking listen, if I get this girl in distress, I gotta save her, man. I gotta impress the waifus. Alright? You gotta get the waifu material already. Alright. Okay, fine. Thank you. Scrub. Something possessed me? Listen, it's fine. You weren't here earlier then.
My precious! My precious!
But still, I don't know why, but I felt like I could trust what he said. I couldn't trust what he said, you mean? Or no, I could trust what he said. He? Cried Mikuro. There was no time for questions. The unit leading the Monokumas chasing after motorcycle, had almost caught up to them. And then, like the enormous maw of some fearsome creature, they brandished their claws in perfect unison. That moment, motorcycle zoomed by a certain girl. A girl whose fighting ability surpasses that of any normal human. The strongest girl on Earth. The fighting spirit that defied comprehension, the ultimate martial artist kicked off the floor. Literally. A sound even louder than the motorcycle engine filled the room. When Mikuro looked back, she saw Sakura landing on the floor, sending the pack of Monokumas flying several meters. Oh, she actually, like, fell on the floor on purpose. Okay. Sakura? She heard Macro mumble her name. Sakura didn't acknowledge it. Well, obviously. Like, that sound was huge. I don't think she noticed it. Sound was loud, I meant, not huge. Like a statue of fearsome god king. Aha, reference to the second game. She calmed her breathing as she stood before the pack of Monokumas, ready for battle. Ready for battle. Your pursuit methods seem unbeckoning for one who claims to be the ultimate hacker. An overpowering aura seeped from her skin, and her skin shimmered as an intense heat began to fill the hallway. Like the power of Mikuro's sheer violence, this was the power of martial arts. Mikuro froze the air around her, and time along with it, but Sakura was generating enough heat to boil itself. Space itself stood before Monokumas. So she did freeze. Time stop! References. And then the other one was Sakura. That heat stinging her back, Mikuro looked ahead. Hey Doris, what's up? Fumi and Chihiro were cautiously peeking from behind the door leading to the dorms, while Aoi and Taka kept watch from inside the building. After passing them by, Mondo slowed down the motorcycle as he reached. Too bad Ishimaru and Mondo won't be bros. Rest in peace, but still. Passing them by, Mondo slowed down the motorcycle as he reached the front of the cafeteria and turned into a complete stop. The other students looked warily at Mikuro. Among these students Sakura noticed two people who weren't regarding her with suspicion. One was Kyoko, who seemed to be studying the situation. The other one was a skinny boy who was leaning against Kyoko's shoulder. Makoto? Chiro didn't believe you? What the hell? I thought Chiro wasn't scared of you. Mukuro's lips began to tremble as she sat on the back of the motorcycle. Knowing the pain coursing through his body, Makoto smiled at Mukuro and repeated what he said to her earlier. I'm glad you're safe, Mukuro. Fortunately, Mukuro was unable to realize her hope of filling her little sister with despair. Unfortunately, Mukuro was unable to realize her hope of filling her little sister with despair. Instead, she had successfully planted seeds of hope into her fellow classmates. Makoto had barely regained consciousness while Mukuro was fighting the horde of Monokumas at the main entrance. When he woke up, he did something extremely simple. He talked about his memories. Most of the students were still skeptical even after listening to Mukuro's recorded confession on Chiro's laptop. Obviously, they were still not entirely convinced at first when Makoto woke up. But Sakura asked him a certain question. The ambience completely changed.
Then beyond the walls of the school, the world's completely destroyed. You're saying there's no one else alive.
Makoto slowly sat up to answer Sakura's unique question. No. Don't worry. I'm sure Kenichiro is still safe. For you that don't know, that's Sakura's first love. It's adorable. Apparently bitched about teachers and respect. What'd you do, Kira? Why were you scratching yourself to begin with? Why is my eye twitching? I could guess only one reason. That's not a good sign. How am I being cute? What? Listen, I'm not being cute. I'm just being like, oh my god! I'm sure he'll still keep his promise to you. Aww. Sakura gasped. Kenichiro was the only man she couldn't defeat. A man who had promised her a rematch and made her one other promise as well.
How? How do you know that name? How do you know about that promise?
Because she told me. No. Makoto slowly corrected himself. You told all of us. Sakura was silent after hearing those words. But she then faced the other students and spoke in a loud, clear voice.
I'm going to trust Makoto.
Sakura? Sakura? I was shocked. Sakura continued to speak with determination.
What Makoto just said. Something I kept locked away inside my memories. In fact, I was planning to keep that a secret until the day I died. But if I shared that secret, that means there was once a strong bond between Makoto and myself, my fellow students as well.
Shut up! I'm not cute, and tell her I say hi too. They're gonna say something mean, but I'm not that mean, jeez. They're gonna say go get a job, but she probably has a job. Probably say that you probably have one. Never mind. I failed. Shit, probably should get ginger ale. Anyway. Koto continued talking in a gentle tone, though it couldn't have been good for his health. He continued to slowly talk about the memories that the other students no longer had. Why do you know about the story I'm playing? Right. Are you a specialist Nen user who can predict the future? No, sorry. Why do you know about story I'm playing? Right. Are you a specialist Nen user who can predict the future? You already finished that story, Ifumi. You had me help you with inking. What? Wait a sec. How do you know I exhorted him? What? What? No. What? Wait, what? What? For those of you who don't remember, Fuyuhiko, you know, the gangster Yakuza guy, is from the Kazuryu clan. I'm pretty sure when they say the girl related to Kazuryu clan, pretty sure they're talking about Peko Pekuyama. I'm not possessed. I don't know who's saying this though. Because you even tried to sew my organs to them. These wounds were excruciating. Oh no, that's Shifumi that said that? The fuck, Shifumi? How do you... what? And so Makoto kept smiling, talking about their lives together. As if it was his duty to do so, now they had regained his memories. The other students listened to him. They slowly began to realize something. The vivid accounts he was providing couldn't be explained as just passing knowledge. Clearly some kind of bond between them all had been erased. Mibiaka remained cynical. There's no way I would have grown closer to any of you. It's likely that you're all secretly working together. Mibiaka was still hostile toward Makoto's recollection of their memories. For the time being, he determined that Makoto wasn't actually a terrorist. Mikura had bought enough time for Makoto to wake up and share his memories with the others. Even if she hadn't intended to do that, still a small sliver of hope that she grasped lightly. Well, I can be louder. I can be louder! It's not even as loud as I can be. And now, she looked at the boy who had smiled at her. Mukuro didn't know what to say. She couldn't think of anything to say at all. Bow was over. Mukuro was now back to being a disappointing girl. She turned away from everyone's faces and apologetically climbed off the back of the motorcycle. But Makoto saw her and slowly opened his mouth to say, "Thank you, Mukuro. You saved my life." Mukuro gave her words of sincere gratitude between his weak breaths. Mukuro couldn't bring herself to look at him as she mumbled to herself, "Why?" Huh? If Kyoko told you, you already know what I did, right? I scared you, Kira? Ha ha ha. Jesus, too. I'm calling doctors on you now. You need to calm down. My tits are bouncing around the room. You already know what I did, right? Under regaining his memories and learning truth, the crow should have been nothing but a hated traitor to him. Why would he smile at someone like her? The crow kept her head down. Makoto smiled as if he wasn't sure how to respond and said, "Well, I guess you're right. But you also saved my life many times during these past 2 years, and..." Makoto took a deep, quiet breath and smiled at Makuro again. "You're my friend. We all spent time with each other. It'd be great if you could look for a different path, not despair. If there's any way I can help you, I will." "Do you really think I can walk in our path at this point?" "Oh, I don't know what you can do, even what I can do. But I think it's more important to look for what path instead of actually finding it." Was this intentional or coincidence? Damn, it doesn't matter now. Well, shit. Hi, Kaden, what's up? She asked me how I can sleep with you yelling in my ear at night. Oh, that's your problem. I don't know what you make up something. Was this intentional or a coincidence? Just before he regained his memories, Makoto had said something similar to Mukuro when she spoke to him in the nurse's office as Junko. Regardless of whether he lost his memories or regained them, those words reveal Makoto's true character. Mukuro confirmed that to herself. Makoto blurted out something that was almost too trusting. "And it's not just you. Even Junko can." He was immediately interrupted. Hoo 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 hoo. Hanaku's face appeared on every monitor in the academy, and his laughter seemed to be coming out of every speaker. "I could have kept pretending to be that ultimate hacker, but it's boring to impersonate someone who doesn't even exist. If this keeps up, I'll lose my identity and turn into Kanokuma." Kyoko looked up at the surveillance camera and addressed Monokuma directly. You seem to give up pretty easily. There isn't a bear anywhere that gives up as easily. There isn't a bear anywhere that gives up as easily as I do. Regardless, I'm pretty sure Chihiro has figured out the secret of my control program by now. So just as I thought, you include that program on... purpose. Kyoko realized something when Mukuro told her about Junko. There were two reasons such a hateful person would intentionally leave an obvious clue inside the Monokuma units. Either Junko wanted students to learn truth about the outside world and themselves on their own, and turn their hopes into despair. Or she was looking forward to that clue resulting in her own plan being undone, to allow her to feel despair toward herself. She's an angel of everlasting darkness. That sounds like a My Little Pony thing or some shit. Delighting in her own despair, using it to spread despair and destruction to those around her. Or sounds like a commercial for a little kid's toy, I don't remember. Everlasting darkness, blah 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 blah, something about dolls or some shit, I don't remember. It was something. I'm not funny, tell her I'm not funny. I'm not funny, ma'am! Mom! And to spread despair and destruction to those around her. Why would someone like that continue to play the role of Monokuma? Actually, I set that program for Chihiro to discover she had happened to be one of the final 5 survivors. I feel so sad and empty that my preparation was a waste, but I'm going to think about it positively. The word retreat doesn't exist in Monokuma's dictionary. Nervousness began to grip the students as Monokuma continued talking in his relaxing, uplifting voice. Now then, looks like everyone's here, including Toko, who's still tied up in her room. So let's start the heart-throbbing, exciting special graduation exam. I really hope this is an actual trial. It's not going to be. I mean, that'd be amazing if it was. Because it's called novel, so it's not going to be one, but... Huh? Students broke out in noisy... Ha! Students broke out in noisy confusion, but Monica ignored them and kept talking. Don't think about it too hard. Relax. Change relax to Rupert. What? Rupert? Okay. Don't think about it too hard. Relax. Change relax to Rupert. For all I care, I'll still be the most adorable bear ever. Fuck. Bear here. Don't think about it too hard. Rupert. I know you don't have headphones. You know what? Hold on. I need to write. This is a great thing. Fuck me. That fell. This is a great idea. Hold on, Monokuma. You're great at things. Don't think about it too hard. Too soft. Too limp. Rupert. That will be a good catchphrase from now on. I'm kidding. Anyway. Headphones are for the week. Okay, Kira, make sure to be super loud. Byakuya, visibly annoyed with Monokuma's nonsensical rambling, shouted, I already know it's you, Junko. Stop this stupid game and show yourself. Oh my, don't you know? If you want to lure the mastermind out of her heavenly hidey hole, you need to bring a worthy sacrifice. You're not worthy enough at all. Do you really think the mastermind would show herself for your pathetic hope and despair? Wah ha 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 ha! He roared manically. It's supposed to mean maniacally. That does not spell maniacally. Is that maniacally enough for you? You're welcome. That's not even fit the character, but I don't care. Good enough. Then began to explain the special graduation exam. If you pass my exam, everyone will graduate. But if you fail, you'll be held back for a whole year. I'll reset your memories, give you a fresh new lease on life. And you'll reintroduce yourselves at the start of the school year again. They say people's lives don't come with reset buttons, but I'm not a people. Or person. Whether it's soft resets or hard resets, I can do as I please. Yusahiro seemed confused, but the other students knew what Monokuma meant by reset. Yusahiro's stupid, that's why. He was going to force them to relive their school lives once again. As Yusahiro struggled to understand, Taka pointed at a nearby monitor and shouted, Stop this already! No matter what you do to us, we'll never commit murder. These past few days should have already made that clear to you. What was that? John Monokuma. Are you serious? Of course, no one here would ever take another human being's life for any reason. Taka shouted, of course, no one here would ever take another human being's life for any reason. Taka shouted. One of the students, a pale-faced girl standing apart from the others, looked away. It was Sayaka. She trembled. A voice popped up from behind her. What do you think, Sayaka? She couldn't even turn around from sheer terror, but Sayaka knew. She knew Monokuma was standing right behind her. What do you think, Sayaka? Do you really think none of you will become a killer? Monokuma leaned towards Sayaka and asked her a question only she could hear. By the way, Sayaka, why did you go to Makoto's room when nothing strange had happened yet? Did you two have an inappropriate relationship? What would your fans think if they found out you made a move on a boy by sneaking into his room? They'd probably say, good job on the boy. I mean, I'd probably be like, what the fuck are you doing? Turns down volume. Then I'm weak. Aw, proud user. I am too then. You're not louder though, Chu. That's better. Okay. Mother is correcting Chu's what grammar? Don't you tell me what grammar. I'll use all the bad grammar I want. Why am I saying a Scottish voice? I don't know. Fuck. Or were you... I'm just reading the game, alright? Or were you there for some other reason? She could barely make a sound, much less scream as her trembling worsened. Monokuma had nothing gained by courting Sayaka and toying with her emotions like this. He simply wanted to see the young singer fall into despair over a true character. For that reason, Monokuma did not relent. Hey, what are you trying to do to your close friend you've known for the past 2 years? Her determination from last night blended with the memories Makoto had recounted and ate away at Sakaya? You mean Sayaka. The K and the Y should probably be switched. I have thoughts of disease. Ate away at Sayaka's mind. Ate away at Sakaya's, whoever that is, mind like a disease. His mind began to rip itself apart. She fell to her knees. A clear ball, flying at just under 105 miles per hour, struck Monokuma in the mouth with enough force to sink into his face. Speaker and Oh my god. Please let it be who I think it is. Speaker in Monokuma's mouth was immediately destroyed by his body rolled into a wall and stopped moving. Sayaka came to her senses and looked where the ball came flying from. Oh god! Oh, oh, I'm tearing up, that's amazing! Oh my god! It's amazing, man! What the fuck? Sayaka came to her senses and looked where the ball came flying from. She saw Leon breathing heavily as he stared intently at Monokuma. If you don't know why I'm doing that, is because in the first game, in the actual game, like this is an alternate reality of the first game. In the actual first game, what actually happens is Sayaka sends a note to Leon, and she lures him into Sayaka lures Leon into the room she's staying in is Makoto, so she lures him into that room and tries to kill him, but Leon ultimately ends up killing her, so Sayaka gets killed by Leon, and Leon gets executed. In other words, the fucking supposed to be killer is helping the person who was gonna get killed by the person he helped who he was gonna kill in the main game. That's amazing. And now I'm assuming that Mondo is gonna help Chihiro, and Celeste is gonna help probably Yamada and the other, I don't know. It was great. I was tearing up so much. Yasuhiro grabbed him and yelled, dude, why you do that, Leon? That crystal ball is really valuable. He fucking did it with crystal ball in the actual game too. And so adorable, man. I'm actually surprised no one reacted to my squealing that time. Well, that's probably the most intense I've squealed so far. Leon had stolen Yusuyo's crystal ball and thrown it at Monokuma. That Monokuma boss who was trying to take Sayaka hostage. What was I supposed to do? Dude, the crystal ball cost me $2 trillion. You fucking liar. You said it cost you $1 million last time. They don't even print that much money anymore. Oh, bullshit. Besides, if the world's all screwed up, what the hell are you gonna need money for anyway? Adorable. Yeah, not really much of a reaction as you said before. Kira, thank you. Put my heart into that one. Actually, that wasn't faking at all. I don't fake my reactions. But that was amazing, man. It was great. But if it's safe out there, I'll just join the major leagues or whatever and pay you back. Well, I could pay you back doing something else besides baseball. As those two argued, Sayaka fell to her knees. Hi! Shouted Leon, running toward her. Sayaka, are you okay? Why'd you cringe at it? Was it that bad? Wow, I mean, girl, I thought you liked it. Now you cringe at it? Wow. You're a terrible person. Hi, shouted Leon, running toward her. Sayaka, are you okay? She looked at him and stared blankly. Leon. She had made up her mind, and she raised her head as she said, there's something I need to confess to you later. Oh. What? What? No. I hope it's not a trick to kill him, but... Oh my god. I ship it so much. I originally shipped Mizuno and Makoto, but I guess not. I shipped Leon and Sayaka more. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. What? Seriously? Sayaka was staring at Leon so intensely that he briefly forgot about the current situation. Not just he. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Fine, fine, give up my dreams. Not just to you, but to Makoto, and the others too. Sayaka made up her mind, confessed the sin that was weighed heavily on her heart. Leon seemed not to hear the latter half of her remark. Yeah, he thinks it was, he thought it was confession too. Ran back to the others, slapped Ifumi, and he's the hero on their back shouted, "Alright everyone, let's ace this exam or whatever and get out." Leah, this is why I love you, man. Yet the other one was an anime girl. I see how it is. Alright everyone. Oh, sorry. Alright everyone, let's ace this exam or whatever and get out of here already. There's no way I'm gonna let my happy memories of this place get taken away. Monokuma inside monitor responded, Fine, fine, now that things are finally coming to a boil, let's start graduation exam. I really want there to be a trial. I know there most likely won't be. I really wish there was. That'd make me the happiest person ever. Sakura, who had been outside dormitory, suddenly appeared with some information.
The Monokumas in hallway are acting peculiar. The students all moved to the main building to see what Sakura...
Oh, the students all moved to the main building to see what Sakura was talking about. There, they saw 50 Monokumas standing in 2 rows along 25 each, along the walls of the hallway, and one standing at the very end of the hall. There was something strange on top of this Monokuma's head, an enlarged version of the escape button that Makoto had obtained from the Mono machine. The student took in the sight. An announcement rang throughout the school. Okay, there won't be a trial. Fuck! I mean, no one died, so you can't have a trial. Never mind. The me at the end of the hall has a button on top of his head that'll open the main entrance. You'll have 15 seconds to get to get that button, and if you do, I'll let you have it in place of a diploma. The student seemed surprised by a straightforward explanation. Only Celeste remained calm, and she asked Monica with a bored look on her face, "Of course, it's not as simple as running up and taking it, is it?" "Oh, ho, 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 ho! How mean! Do I look the kind of headmaster that would interfere with his students' graduation? Forget the gunfire salutes. I'm gonna send my graduates off with some fireworks. 100 fireworks to be exact. Enough for 20 seconds of hardcore partying. Mms, 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 mms." They're for swimming on them, too far away places. How do you swim on a ship? Well, you know, in a pool, and the ship didn't work, fortunately. More perceptive students immediately realized what he was talking about. The bombs installed in each Monokuma. They would explode one after the other, filling the hallway with fire as soon as time oh no, I have a feeling where this is gonna... Fuck this. Fuck this. I have a feeling I know where this is gonna go. They explode one after the other, filling the hallway with fire as soon as time started. For 15 seconds, the me standing at the back... Oh, after 15 seconds, the me standing at the back of the hall is gonna sacrifice himself to give you guys one final firework. By the way, this probably isn't important, but that button is very durable. This graduation exam was Monokuma's way of saying that he had no intention of letting anyone leave. It was clear from explosion the students saw during the entrance exam that the halls of Hope City Academy would be bathed in fire. Even if someone was lucky enough to survive explosions, the burns on their body alone would be enough to send them into a fatal shock. Their lungs might be completely incinerated by the scorched air before that. Even if they sacrificed one student to run through, the odds were low that they would even succeed. There was no reason for every student to run in at once either. A shout of despair fell upon their faces. Yeah, don't fucking send everyone in there. You're a dumbass if you do that. Only have one person go. Nice. Very nice. I almost want to take a picture so I have those... Nice! Very nice! I almost want to take a picture so I have those faces as a souvenir. Monokuma laughed from behind the monitor. Sakura stepped forward.
I'll do it. I've only seen the explosion once, but I believe I'm capable of standing its power.
No! Shouted Aoi. You can't, even if you couldn't handle 100 of those explosions. Sakura shook her head.
I'm the only one who even has a chance.
Suddenly Mondo remembered the motorcycle he parked inside the dormitory and said, "Hold up, that motorcycle might be fast enough to go through those explosions. I'll do it."
Don't be hasty,
urged Sakura.
Even if the motorcycle's unharmed by explosions, that doesn't mean its rider will be.
Sakura and others continued their debate. One person stepped forward toward the hallway line of Monokuma and said, "It's me. I'll do it." Mukuro! Screamed Makoto weakly. Mukuro, with her back facing Makoto, turned her head to the side slightly and gave him a small nod. She knew it would come to this. She knew why Monokuma would pose such an impossible exam. Junko was already looking forward to the next despair game. She's going to erase everyone's memories, including mine. She just wants to torment us and fill us with despair before that happens. But Mukuro knew her sister's personality all too well, and that's why she was confident. She knew that escape button was real. Whenever Junko brought despair to others, she always made sure there was a possibility that despair would befall her instead. If students won this gamble, made it through this horrible situation, they would finally escape to the outside world. The outcome would obviously fill Junko with immense despair. In the same way, she left a clue in Monokuma's control program. Junko could not be satisfied unless she took pains to assure her own destruction. It was this quality that made Junko the ultimate despair. This quality. That's why Mukuro was